Nice sunny day today?
Absolutely.
Oh, it's Josh Anderson from Payoff Pitch. Josh, I have a few questions to ask you about this NFL talk here today. You up for it?
I got some time.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, Josh, what rookie this year is going to have a breakout year?
I actually think it's going to be two rookies, Marty. I'm gonna say it's the year of the wide receiver. I like Harvin at Minnesota, and I like Macklin at Philadelphia. There are a couple of speedsters. I think the way the Eagles' offense is going to be this year, and between Brett Favre throwing the ball, God knows where, I just think it's the year of the wide receiver as far as the rookies are concerned.
That sounds great to me. Now, with the Jets naming Sanchez as the starter, what are the Jets' chances this season if Sanchez is starting?
Well, to be honest, I think they're a lot better than it would be if Callin is the starter. I think Mark Sanchez is one of the most ready rookie quarterbacks I've seen in quite some time. And even just the way he handled the Jets-Giants game last Saturday, the kid just looks ready to go. As far as the team, they look hungry. I can see them doing some things this year.
Great. That sounds great. Okay. Was it the right move to make Sanchez the starter? I mean, Kellen Clemens, you originally draft Kellen Clemens, and he's supposed to be the starter initially when Chad Pennington was there. And he turns into a backup, Chad leaves the place, and then you draft Mark Sanchez. Is Mark Sanchez really the right decision to leave this team?
Well, I think at the end of the day, Marty, you got to ask yourself, who's the best quarterback that I have on my depth chart? And that's Mark Sanchez.
That's great.
Hands down.
A lot of Brett Favre's teammates on the Vikings do not like that he's there. Will this change through the season? And do the Vikings have a chance to make the playoffs?
Well, to his credit, I think his work ethic will show, and that just he's the first one there, last one to leave, and that's the first way to get respect from a teammate, especially coming in such attenuating circumstances. 2 weeks into training camp already, and bottom line, they like Tavares Jackson. They all got behind him. Personally, I see what happened to the Jets last year happening to the Vikings this year. Favre's just going to get his own little role. He's going to start throwing God knows what. The guy knows him. I mean, he's a great quarterback. Terribly came back if you're digging these out the window. But
now do the Vikings make the playoffs?
I think they do, because I think Favre has enough weapons in the artillery between Harvin and of course you got Adrian Peterson back there. Can't go wrong with that. And if you have noticed a trend, Marty, the past 2 years, Favre has been the quarterback to the rusher. You got Ryan Grant from Green Bay. You also had Thomas Jones last year, so.
Sounds good. With Brendan Marshall's behavior recently.
You mean Terrell Owens?
Brendan Marshall actually has, I think, been very respectful in his behavior with the Broncos, considering all the problems that the Broncos teammates are having. Now, Brendan Marshall's behavior, though, swatting balls down, not just disrupting practice, who does this hurt more? Does this hurt the Broncos more, or does this hurt Brendan Marshall more to be suspended until the regular season?
I think it hurts Brendan Marshall more because, well, basically this is a wake-up call. This is saying if you don't clean up your act, you're not going to be on this team anymore. That's the good thing about football. You got 53 guys on a team, and one guy doesn't make a championship. Tell that to Minnesota, Brett Favre. But if he keeps it up, as I said, he's obviously out the door. But he's a very talented wide receiver, and if he keeps his head in it, he's going to do some big things in the NFL.
That sounds great, And time will tell. I mean, you have the new coach there in Denver, so we'll see if that actually is a good move. He's had a lot of problems.
We know how good McDaniels is at making friends.
Next question. Do you agree with Commissioner Goodell and how he is allowing the Cowboys' big screen to stay after it has interfered in a preseason kick? And should it be moved?
Well, first of all, I think it goes to show you how much hold Jerry Jones has in the NFL. And second of all, if you're going to build a $1.2 billion stadium, don't you think somebody would measure how close that thing actually is to the field? I mean, what a joke. I mean, Texas, they're not known for their brains, you know what I mean? But as far as if it should be moved or not, apparently there's a advertisement board. It's like 15 feet at the bottom of the screen that could easily be taken off, but because Jerry Jones is such a woman, he won't take it off. But I know they changed the rule to where I guess if it hits,
the ball is considered dead and it's a do-over. So what's to say that a quarterback blatantly throws it up there if he can get it up there? And
first of all, if he throws the ball up there and hits, I'll be impressed. As far as like the punting goes, I know their punter Matt McBriar, he was saying he had no problem punting it, but he also punts it left and right. If you're punting it dead center, you're more than likely going to hit it 60% of the time. So it's definitely an issue. And of course, the rule now only goes till 2010. I guess it hosts the Super Bowl in 2010.
It's a very interesting fact. It's a very interesting fact. Good point. Does Terrell Owens, with his reality show, and he's already missed a few practices due to some sort of injuries, whatever, does Terrell Owens make the Bills better, or is this a bad decision by the Bills? Does Terrell Owens really make this team better?
Well, when you look at it, the Bills really had nothing to lose. I mean, you had a solid wide receiver, Lee Evans. You still have him. Him and T.O. make a good 1-2 punch. And T.O.'s motivated because when you're signing a one-year deal with the Bills, what's that show you? Nobody wants you on their team. So he's got something to prove this year, and I think him trying to play to his utmost potential is only going to help the Bills and Trent Edwards.
Do you think the T.O.'s done it? Do you think he finishes his career very soon? Or finishes it with the Bills?
I would say T.O. has two more decent seasons left in him. I think this is first and last season. Let's get too attached, but
can Michael Vick and McNabb work together through the whole season? Now we saw a little bit of controversy in the Eagles game. My McNabb jersey here. We saw a little bit of controversy in the recent Eagles game versus Jacksonville, where McNabb was fine as long as he was lining up as a wide receiver when Vick was on the field. But when Michael Vick took over the huddle and McNabb had to sit on the sideline and then come back into the sideline, a very easy throw, very easy wide receiver drag throw. McNabb didn't make the throw. Now, does this hurt the Eagles when McNabb has to sit on the sideline? And can Michael Vick and McNabb work together?
I don't think it hurts him too much on the sideline because you're not really losing too much between McNabb and Vick. I mean, in the first preseason game Vick played in alone, it showed me at least that he still has it. He didn't lose anything in 2.5 years he was gone. As far as both of them working together, 2 words: wildcat offense. They got some speedsters on that team, including a quarterback that can run.
Makes a lot of sense. Now, I mean, there was some controversy though. There was some bickering back and forth between them. So I guess only time will tell to see whether the egos can be put aside and win some football games.
Well, winning changes everything. You put wins on the board, it's gonna be one big happy place in Philly. So brotherly love will be showing.
Very true. Very true. What team is a sleeper team for you this year?
Well, it's the other New York team that I detest, but I think it's the Jets, Jets. I like the attitude Rex Ryan's bringing to the team. He just has this, don't mess with us attitude, and their defense got beyond beefed up this year by just taking half of the Ravens' defense. And then with Mark Sanchez, I feel like I don't see him making bad decisions. I mean, he'll make his rookie mistakes and have his growing pains, but I don't think it's going to be as major as everyone thinks it could potentially be. I can see the Jets being a big-time sleeper with that big never say die attitude.